It's important for me to qualify as a conveyancer because that was the area that when I first started working in a law firm that really spiked my interest, and that was something that I really wanted to get into and is what I've dreamed to be able to offer to clients in the future. Hi, my name is Levi Russell and I am a licensed conveyancer and I work for a firm called Cook Painter Limited, and I can offer all land law associated residential work. I specialise in conveyancing on residential land law, so anything to do with buying and selling of houses, remortgage, help to buy ISAs, anything really to do with the transfer of property. My family were very proud to know that I was studying on a legal course. No one in my family have ever been to university, and for them, for their daughter to be studying in the legal profession was a very proud moment for them. Why did I study law? It really stems back to when I was younger and I watched the film Legally Blonde, and it really spiked my interest in law. I know that's American law and is very different over here, but that did initially spike my interest. And that's when I went to college. I decided to, dip my toe in the water and study law, and then it just stemmed from there, really. What I enjoy about the legal profession is that clients put their trust into you to get to where they need to get, and you're there at a time where they sometimes need you the most. So it's lovely to be able to help clients get to where they need to get to. And especially in my area of work with conveyancing, it's really nice to be able to phone up clients and tell them that we finally got there and they can finally go and pick up their keys to their dream house. I studied law as an A-level at college, and then went on to university to study law, but unfortunately I didn't find that the way that university lectures worked was the best learning style for myself. So after a year, I did decide to leave university, and I did get a job in a law firm working as a trainee legal exec while I studied my CILEX studies. But it became quite clear to me that whilst I was studying CILEX, that I thought conveyancing was going to be the area that I wished to specialise in the future. So I got quite far in my CILEX studies and then decided that I would switch over to study the CLC so that I could just specialise in conveyancing. I heard about the Law Training Centre through my college initially as a route to do the CLC, and they did advise me at that time that they were the best people to contact to be able to find out what all my exemptions would be going forward. When I was studying with CILEX and I decided I wanted to move on to the CLC, it was a bit of a nightmare trying to find out what exemptions I would have, and I was going all around Google trying to find out those answers, but then all it took was one email to the Law Training Centre to tell me exactly what my exemptions were and how to get to where I needed to go. So I entered straight in at level 6 because I already held quite a few certificates with CILEX and obviously the first year of university as well. And then with the CLC course, I only had to do level 6, and I was quite lucky in that sense that I only had to do 2 exams to be able to then apply for my license. So the reason I decided to choose to switch over to the CLC is because I did want to specialise in conveyancing, and that was for me the fastest route to get into law, to be qualified, so I could start my fee earning career. Flexible online working has made my life a lot easier as I've been able to fit it around working full time. You're not getting the debt from obviously the university, because I can just fit it around everything I was doing in work, and all my childcare. I haven't had to pay for childcare as well. I can just fit it round looking after my daughter at the same time. The advantages of studying the CLC with the Law Training Centre was that I could work full-time and study around that. So I also have a young daughter, so I was able to fit studying around childcare as well, which made my life a lot easier. I could do it from home, I could do it in bed at night, I could just fit it round. If I was having a day where I didn't feel that I wanted to study, I didn't have to. I could just do it on another day when I felt like I was firing on all cylinders to be able to do it. I really found the portal studying with the Law Training Centre very useful. I liked how it broke it down for me as to each section of the manual that we had to learn, and each week was diarised for me, so I didn't have to think about breaking it down myself. It was all broken down. It was very easy to be able to access all the materials and all the PowerPoints. What I really did like is that at the end of each section there was sort of a quiz so that you could check that you had actually learnt that section in full before moving on to the next section. And if you did have any queries at all, it was really easy just to contact the tutor, who could then answer any of my questions. But as soon as I got into it, it was so easy to use. The website, you could track what you had and hadn't got to, so it wasn't no more down folding folding the corner down in your manual to remember what you got to. You could literally make a note on the system, and then as soon as you log back in, you could pick up exactly where you left off. When I started my CLC studies, I was very keen to finish quite quickly because I wanted to get where I needed to get as quickly as possible. So I was very keen to get through the course as soon as I possibly could. So that helped the fact that we had online learning. I could do it as quickly or as slowly as I wanted to on each stage. And I was quite happy to get through it, quicker than actually the recommended time. The features of the course I found the most useful were the fact that the course was broken down into sections, and it felt a lot more manageable than one big manual to get through all at once. And I also found it useful having the little tests at the end of each section so that you could check that you fully understood a section before you moved on to the next section. And it was very easy to contact the tutor if I did have any queries on any of the questions that I may have got wrong throughout the course. The CLC qualification has benefited my career because I am now a qualified licensed conveyancer, and I can act as a fee earner in the law firm that I work at and progress my own matters and have my own caseload, which is obviously helped also improve my salary. I see the CLC qualification hopefully taking me to a point where I can become a director of a law firm, which I hope will then obviously benefit other clients in the future as well, so I can help as many people as possible moving house. I also hope to, in the future, maybe go back to the Law Training Centre to dual qualify as a probate practitioner, and I can add that on to other things I can offer to clients. My firm, when I first came to them, had not heard of online training for the legal profession. So I was one of the first ones in our small high street firm to study CILEX and then move on to the CLC. And my firm couldn't have been more supportive. And since I've studied it and had a great success story, there are many other people in my firm now also studying with the Law Training Centre. The advice that I would give to anyone studying the CLC course is that take it at your own pace. There is no rush as such, and just keep breaking it down into small sections and working through it at your own pace. And if you do have any queries at all, always just contact the tutor for help, as they're more than happy to help you throughout.